The Last of Us 2's trailer was stunning, truly stunning. Ellie's Johnny Cash-like performance made my bones shiver. It added another awesome cutscene to the enormous collection of cutscenes that make this franchise so amazing. The trailer is beautiful, and Naughty Dog's new engine is obviously impressive. The only thing this trailer lacks is a QuickTime event that makes the player instantly remember that they are playing a video game and not actually watching a movie. That's how impressive this thing is. However, before anyone wholeheartedly absolves themselves within the police state that will surely be Last of Us 2, please don't delve too deeply into the story without considering what will make or break the second game in this series: gameplay. In the first game, you spend more time engaging in meaningless enemy encounters and pressing a key that triggers an automated action to get to the next cutscene than you do actually playing the game. And even when you do play, enemies carrying melee weapons and running straight towards you, regardless of the situation, doesn't make for the best experience. Your enemies acted the exact same way based upon what weapon they were carrying. Melee enemies charged you, and ranged enemies took cover and shot at you from afar, which is understandable. But there was no sense that your enemies adapted to the way that you played, and it was a repetitive experience throughout. Overall, the enemy AI was a glaring deficiency in The Last of Us. The game's strong point, and the reason that people really fell in love with the game, was simply because of its narrative. Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson were nominated for several awards based upon their acting skills, and they certainly deserved it. Naughty Dog did a wonderful job of creating a compelling story that made players beg for the next great cutscene, and any continuation of the amazing story that the game tells. But remember that it took an astounding amount of time thrashing through repetitive gameplay to progress to the next part of the first game's most important aspect, which is the narrative. The only thing we can draw from this trailer is that Ellie has killed 3 people and that she plans to kill every last one of them. It is such a small sample and such a great tease for Last of Us fanatics, but it really doesn't provide enough for the hype train to run off the rails just yet. The graphics are obviously impressive, but how is the actual game going to look and feel? And what direction is this story headed in? Ellie seems very different in this trailer than she did in the first game. She is angry and more reminiscent of Joel than she is herself from the first game. If the preview we were given is any indication of where this game is headed, it is going to be drastically different than its predecessor, and the fact that it is different leaves room for the possibility that it might not be as amazing as fans expect it to be. With that being said, this trailer is freaking awesome. The most important thing to keep in mind is that The Last of Us was always story-driven, and it seems that the developers have emphasized that again in this sequel, which is great. But this trailer does not give us any indication that Naughty Dog has improved on the good, but not great, core gameplay elements that the first game offered. I am excited for the game, and I understand why it is getting so much attention. But let's all take a deep breath before we assume too much based upon this single preview. Well, that is The Last of Us 2 trailer, guys. If you like it, and if you like me, subscribe. See you on the next one.